Well, this is different for me, but similar for other people. A different background, a wild 10 minutes between the episode and this, trying to figure out lighting, but it is what it is. Anyway, hello, house guests, and welcome to Big Brother coverage at the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. And welcome to Waffle Wednesday here at the Cup TV. Today, my waffle flavor, I hadn't really thought about this going into it because I forgot I don't host Waffle Wednesday, so I don't think about these things beforehand.
Neither do I.
I usually remember because Jack hosts, and then I copy off of Jack. You know what? Today's waffle flavor is going to be hazelnut, because I had a hazelnut iced coffee this morning before I left Vegas. That's what I'm going with. That's the best I got today. Anyway, hi, I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. I'll have a better headline here in a second. I forgot to make it before we started this, but today I am just drinking water currently, and a whole hell of a lot of it because I just got out of Vegas and I'm in another desert. That's not the desert I usually live in. But yes, I couldn't resist. I had to be back on Big Brother coverage because, baby, Rachel Dunn blew up the house, and we're going to talk about it. I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Baby, it's something.
Oh, Lord. And I am Brandon, your professional fangirl of constant dragon video games. Usually I'm drinking water. I'm out right now, but if we wanted to, I got some Pepsi. So,
okay.
But if I were drinking out of anything else, I'd be drinking out of my cup mug. But I have pencils and pens in here right now, so I'm doing it because Logan doesn't have it.
I don't travel with mine. anymore.
So.
Yes, but you could get yours at lanajcreations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below. We do ship internationally. Unless you're in Brazil, then you can really test your luck with the Brazilian customs. But there are no excuses otherwise. So go get your cup mug. Thank you very much. And Brandon, your waffle flavor of the day.
Because in theme, because we have the Hogfather, maple bacon.
Ooh, very good. Very good. I support that wholeheartedly. Yes, we did DM Rocks. We will be talking about this new alliance later on in the episode. But first, we have to talk about this wonderful Wednesday veto episode of Big Brother 27. We've got a lot to talk about. It was OTEV. OTEV. I couldn't miss talking about OTEV. I had to be back to talk about OTEV. I'm so excited. A lot has gone down. This was a spicy episode of Big Brother. We're going to talk all about it. Before we do, but first, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we're here almost all the time, give you almost all things competitive reality TV, and we are here 4 days a week talking all things Big Brother. So make sure to join me tomorrow, as I will be back with our 5th live eviction of Big Brother. 5th or 6th? 5th. Oh, 6th? I will be back tomorrow with another live eviction for Big Brother 27. Lana will be back on Saturday for our Big Brother Unlocked. And we'll be back on Monday and Wednesday for our Manic Monday and Waffle Wednesday recaps as well. Hey, Mortician Des. Hey, welcome in, everybody joining us live as well. If you're joining us live, thank you. Welcome on in. Make sure to join us in the chat. If you are watching us after the fact, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, if you're joining us on an audio platform, thank you as well. We just hit 30,000 streams and downloads over the weekend, so thank you very much for that. Wherever you're joining us, we appreciate you here at the Cup Network. leave us all your thoughts. Let us know what you're thinking about this season, and make sure to check out all of our other channels. The links for those are in the description below, as well as where you can find our social media at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. You can also follow me and Brandon everywhere, and get your merch, join the Patreon, everything in between. All those links are in the description, so check those out. But we got to dive into this episode because Rachel Riley is the HOH, and I, for one, am fucking thrilled.
So am I.
Period. Yeah, I've been on vacation all week for context too. So when I found out I was going to be on vacation for half of Rachel's HOH, I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding. Rachel's got to be HOH this week.
Why?
I'm like, I'm not going to be able to keep up with this HOH. And I'm mad about it. But we come back in. Rachel is the... I got to put up the banner because Rachel's HOH. Yes. And where we left off from Sunday's episode was that she had nominated Mickey, Morgan, and Vince for eviction. Period. These three are like, oh my God, how could we be nominated? What? And I think Will said it best when he said Rachel just took the shot before Mickey did, because Mickey was the most pressed about it. And I'm like, baby, you could have taken the shot. And to be fair, Rachel did technically ask to be put on the block that week. So... you could have. You chose not to. Sorry, girl. Now, we are going to talk about a lot of weird, suspicious and weird editing going on, y'all. So if you are not a live feeder, we are going to talk about a few things in the recap portion that are... normally I would say not necessarily lining up to live feeds, but in this case, not at all lining up to the live feed.
Yeah, absolutely not.
There are some things that are just, they are literally and kind of figuratively whitewashing the edit. And I think it's really, really interesting in a lot of ways. And we'll get there, and just as a caveat for the stream. But Lauren is worried because, Vince is up on the block. She's worried about being a potential renom. Oh boy, I wonder why we're finally seeing Lauren at the start of this episode after not seeing her for 6 episodes. Oh gee, oh boy, oh howdy. I wonder why we're finally seeing Lauren after 6 episodes, Brandon. I wonder why that's the case.
Yeah.
Big Brother, y'all ain't slick. Because y'all didn't even really put her in the Sunday episode. Y'all could have put her in the Sunday episode. Y'all knew at that point she won the veto. Like, okay, I'm sorry. The editors are doing some good things in these episodes. Like, we got Ashley in the toilet paper. we, and I lived for it. We even got Mickey drinking the fucking lemonade out of the fucking fridge. But we can't get bits and pieces of Miss Lauren, Miss Furniture Ass Lauren, in the Sunday episode. You're gonna purple her for 7 episodes, and now you're gonna be like, well, I'm just worried about being the renom, or I'm worried about being the fourth nominee. She doesn't even call it a renom, because there's been so many moments of there being 4th and 5th nominees this season that she calls it I'm just so worried about being a 4th nominee. It's a renom, girl. You're a super fan. You know it's a renom. Girl. Editors, do better. Lauren, do better. House, do better. Anyway.
No, literally. Again, the contrast between like today's episode and Sunday's episode, I never really got to talk about it because I was like
I didn't I didn't either, but
well, you weren't there, so
correct.
But I wanted to touch base on this in a way because I was like, you can tell like who are the focal points, and obviously, like me, like keeping up with the feeds that as much as I can, it's like I know who with like which is where is going on, and the fact that you don't get to like highlight all that and what everyone talks about on BB Twitter, and then also like everything updates within there, like all the podcasting and everything, you can tell what people want to talk about and what they rather talk about.
That part.
And it's like, because I don't want to utter this, but I just had to bring it up. But not anything of Riley in the last episode. I realized. So I was just like, okay, that's a good thing. And then they finally bring him back up to in this episode, and I was just like,
boy, gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it then, because we do get a showmance segment, and we get Riley accusing Catherine of and I quote, "This is just a summer thing." And Kat is claiming that she just takes a long time to get to know someone. Riley is crying in the bathroom. We do get a lovely moment of Keanu having to go to the toilet and going, "Got my blinders up," which love that from Keanu. Now, here's what and love that moment. Now, here's what I would like to know. CBS, Big Brother, come to the front. Why are we not showing the fact that this is a toxic showmance and the fact that Riley has repeatedly, on many occasions, made very, very threatening statements towards Catherine, which are all on your live feeds. All of them are available and on your live feeds, where this man is saying he will not leave her alone after this show, that he will be marrying her, whether she likes it or not. Those are his words. Those are his direct words. I'm not paraphrasing those words. Those are his words. Why are you not showing that? Why is Riley, of all people in this game, your golden boy? That's what I would like to know.
No, literally. Oops, sorry.
Riley is getting such a good edit. For what reason?
Yeah, for what? And
he's abandoned his newborn child at home to come play Big Brother, and then doesn't want to play Big Brother. I would say disturbing is the baseline, actually. Morticia does. I would say his words are creepy. I would say his words are incredibly toxic. I think many people in the Big Brother community know people like Riley, have maybe dated people like Riley. We amplified a tweet from a good friend of ours, a good friend of the pod, Gia Worthy, on Twitter. Go check it out. Where she talked about dating someone like Riley, and the fact that what Big Brother is doing is incredibly dangerous for the show. Thankfully, Catherine's family sees what is going on. They are fully aware of the behavior. They are fully aware of what's going on. And they will be taking care of her as soon as she's out of the house. And I am thankful for that for her. I pray this man goes home tomorrow. I don't like Morgan. I don't like Mickey. I want both of them gone as well. Let me make that very clear. I pray Riley goes home tomorrow.
Same here. Like, Mortician said it best, relation shit, literally. And oh my god, like that's like there was a reason why I kind of like just kept up with the highlights more so this week than just watching the feeds itself because of this.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad I've only been keeping up with the highlights, and because like even just the highlights is just disturbing as fuck. And
you know, no, that's the more concerning part, because and case in point is Zach's exit press, and I think also back to, and I know that it was very early on, but I think Amy's exit press as well was very, very positive towards both of them. I don't think really he's saying a lot of these things around anybody else, but also they spend 80% of their time with each other. Like, they're not really spending a whole lot of time with anybody else. Now, that's slowly starting to change as Catherine is starting to realize that he is toxic, which I am happy to see. I haven't really been able to keep up with feeds nearly as much over the last couple of days because I've been out of town. But it seems like, from what I've been able to parse together, that she has started to take steps away from Riley as much as she possibly can. I hope someone sees it. I really hope someone does. But if any of the other house guests are not realizing it, I'm not going to blame any of them, because it's a game. I think they all know that there's a showmance going on, but obviously, like, they might just think that they are always together because they're a showmance. And, you know, it's a really interesting, difficult line to balance. And to my knowledge, I don't really remember any showmances on live feeds that have been this toxic. I've only been a live feeder since 18, so I don't really remember any. Like, I know that the whole Caleb and Amber situation in 16 was very strange on live feeds, but I don't remember any specific instances otherwise on feeds.
I
there
still
probably
remember,
were.
Yeah, I still remember Caleb and Amber very vividly, and I hated it so much.
Yeah.
I guess in a way, and it's more so just I know they are together, but I mean, at one point, and I hate to bring their names up, Cody and Jess.
There was a little bit of that too, yeah. But that was more so them also against the house. But there was a little bit of that dynamic with them as well.
Mm-hmm.
But,
and then this is like way earlier because it was like very highlighted in the episode itself. And he got disqualified for it. In DB2.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
So
yeah, I think that's the last time we've really seen anything of that caliber. Honestly, unless anyone else thinks of anything, that's the last thing that I kind of remember of that caliber. But on the topic of anybody other than those two, and to close that out, I will say, yeah. I do hope Riley goes tomorrow, because A, I would like Catherine to be in a safe environment and in a safe house, but B, I actually think Catherine is a very competent Big Brother player. I think she's got really great reads on the house, and I think all Riley is doing is dragging her down, and I think she would actually be in a really, really great position in the game without Riley. Mm-hmm. She's in a decent position game-wise with Riley in the game, but I actually think she would be in a much better position without Riley in the game. So from a personal safety perspective and also from a game perspective, I think not having Riley in the game would be very, very good for her. But on the topic of anyone else, we've been kind of concerned as feeders about Will kind of agreeing with what people are saying and just like kind of going along with what people are saying and just like being the yes man with what people are saying. Come to find out, that's not the case. He's just not listening to people and repeating back what people are saying. I live.
I also live
for it.
And the other
live.
and the other voice of reason of the same like energy as Will right now is Ava.
And both of them do the same things, and I'm just like, yes, I love it.
And I love it so much because you can tell, like, because like Ava being an aura painter, you can like sense, like, Ava senses everyone's energy, and the fact that Ava's like the sense of reason when it comes to everyone else is like acting like children, and rightfully so, because like oh Lord, this house is messy, but I didn't think this house was that messy.
Oh yeah, this is a messy fucking season, and I'm kind of living for it, I'm not gonna lie. But we do get oh yeah, if I was Will, I'd be tuning all of them out. Like, oh god, no. I love Will. Will, second to Rachel, I think Will is my favorite house guest, honestly. Like,
America's favorite house guest?
fucking Will, I might be voting for Will. At this point, I think I'd be voting for Will, to be honest. Like, he is just so entertaining. He's so entertaining. He's so fun. Like, I really enjoy Will. I really, really enjoy Will. But so we do get the Mickey and Rachel conversation. And this, I have to say, Brandon, I don't know what your thoughts are on it, because I saw a lot of it go down on feeds over, I believe it was Saturday. It was before the veto.
Yeah, it was Saturday. Yeah.
It was Saturday night, I believe. I saw a lot of it go down on feeds. This was edited very strangely.
Yep.
This was like, this was pecked at. This was very, like, I don't know. It felt very, I don't know. It felt very cleansed. It felt very bleached, almost, is maybe the word I would use to see. I completely agree, Auntie Rachel. I agree that this edit was strange here, in general, but specifically with this conversation, because we start with this DR from Mickey, and she says, I quote, "My existence threatens Rachel." And I thought that was such an interesting way to phrase everything. But we also have to remember Mickey is in Delulu land. So, okay, whatever. Now, we know that Mickey went into this whole thing with almost this, like, these pre-rehearsed, like, canned bits, almost. Like, that's kind of the best way to describe it. But it's like, she went in and she was like, Rachel, come sit with me here. Like, and like, went through this whole, like, manipulation tactic with Rachel. And we see none of it in this edit. And all we see is, like, them just agreeing that, like, they want to work together still. And, like, they're apologizing. Like, what the fuck was this edit? What was this edit?
You know what it felt like? So, it seems like a lot of bits and pieces was out of order intentionally.
Yeah.
And, like, seeing this, I was like, there is no way you're going to convince me otherwise of what actually happened. Because, like, I'm going to pull it up because it literally is the culmination of this episode.
Yeah, I'm just like, literally, the Mickey edit, the Riley edit, the Lauren edit, the Showman's edit, the Rachel edit, the entire show was disrespectful. I agree. I couldn't agree more. Like, it just, everything was so, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, that's how I feel.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Like, that's exactly how I feel. I'm just like, what is happening in this? Like I really don't understand what is happening on this day. Like, I just don't. I really was just like, I don't know what's happening. I don't get it. At least they showed the Frenemies final 2. Like, okay. We did get the Frenemies final 2. Keanu and Rachel secure their final 2, but Rachel doesn't want to bring Keanu to final 2. So sure.
And in a way, like you can tell that there's, I don't think in any way they're gonna go to final 2 together, like, at all.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. I think CBS is doing it for, because they're promoting their. But who's their showman? Riley? Ugh, you're probably right.
Also, I really hope this whatever alleged murder that's happening with this, and it's like really not bleeding into what's going on with this going on right now.
I hope not, but.
And I did say it once. Well, I didn't say it publicly, but I did say it like in like my inner circles. But once Big Brother ends, I'm canceling my Paramount Plus.
Hey, that's fair. I have to keep it because I have to watch Survivor and Amazing Race, so I keep mine up. But I understand completely. But
I'll find a way to watch it elsewhere.
Oh, Showmance. I was like, Showman.
Showman.
The Greatest Showman? No, I'm kidding. I see you, Auntie Rachel. Thank you for the clarification. I appreciate you. But yes, we also get the morning of the veto. Now, oh Jesus. Okay, I gotta set this up. Brandon, can you be Vince here in this scenario? And I'm gonna be Lauren.
Oh God.
So we're in the storeroom, and it's Vince and Lauren, and it's the morning of the veto. And they're, Vince is on the block here. And if I'm Lauren and you're Vince, Brandon, you're on the block here.
Yeah. So. Hey, so what are you thinking about the veto comp or something like that?
That's a good question. If you get house guest choice, do whatever you think is best. And if you pick me, maybe I'll use the veto on you.
In this scenario, it felt like Vince should have really won a gun for what is happening?
Lauren, your final 2 is on the block asking you if he should pick you for house guest choice. And then if you win the veto, he's asking you if you will use the veto on him. Your final 2 since day 9. And you're debating on whether to use the veto on your final 2 that you have had since day 9. Wake up, Lauren. You're playing Big fucking Brother. What the fuck, Lauren?
Are you really a super fan?
Yes, I am convinced of it. Because a lot of the things she has said on feeds convince me that she is a super fan. I am just convinced that she does not know how to play this game. Not all super fans know how to actually play the game.
Yep.
Actually, I do think she can play the game. I just think she plays the game scared. And that's just how she plays the game.
We did kind of see.
There is inherently nothing wrong with playing the game scared. It just pisses me off because I want her to be a stronger player in the game. That's just what it is for me. But we get the veto player picks, and it is Will and Lauren were chosen because, of course, Lauren was chosen because we've seen her. We saw her in the episode, so of course she was picked for the veto. I think we saw more of Lauren in this one episode than we've seen in the entire fucking season so far.
Even way more than her original HOH, which I still didn't even notice.
I literally think, I think we saw more of her here in this one episode than in her HOH week. Literally. Fair. A lot of her on feeds, like even Vince, who is a self-proclaimed superfan, has been asking Lauren questions about like Big Brother facts, and Lauren has been the Big Brother encyclopedia of the house. Like, I don't remember anything specific offhand that she's answered, but Lauren consistently has been the Big Brother encyclopedia of the house. So I, as a Big Brother encyclopedia myself, I trust that she is a super fan, knows the game well. I just don't think she knows how to play the game. And I agree with you, Mortician Des. She's scared. Like, she's scared. She's scared of Rachel. I really would wonder how she would do in a season without Rachel, to be honest with you. And like, I'm glad Rachel's here because I love Rachel. But I'm curious how she would do in a season that's all newbies. Like, I'm curious how that would go for her. But yeah, I have confirmation as a super fan. I have seen confirmation of her, all those things. But that she is a super fan. She's the only person in the house I'm truly convinced is a super fan left, other than Adrian, to be honest. Everyone else, I'm like, I think you're just fans, and that's fine. Just don't call yourself a super fan. You're not a super. You can be just a fan if you just watch the episodes. That's fine, babies. Super fan status is you watch the feeds, you keep up with them at least, things like that. But we go to the veto, and of course we all knew what it was. It's OTEV.
Yes.
The Hogfather. And Lil Stanky. Yes. This was a cute OTEV. Not gonna lie, this was maybe my favorite OTEV of the last couple of years, to be honest. Like, I really enjoyed this OTEV a lot.
I kind of forgot what OTEV was last season.
I can't tell you the last couple of OTEVs in the last couple of seasons, which is why I enjoyed this one the most. So we're going down collecting rats. Y'all know how OTEV goes. The number one thing I wrote down, Will turned into Kathy from BB14. Will got stuck in that damn molasses, and Will turned into Kathy. And I said, oh no, Will. He literally turned into Kathy. We manifested it. We manifested that Will turned into Kathy. I said, Will, no. Will, no.
No.
Will, no. But then I had hope. I had lost all hope today. My car broke down. But then Morgan didn't have the right answer. So she had crystallized. No, I'm kidding. So then Will got up there. And I was like, oh, good. Will's not going to be the first one out, even though he got stuck in the molasses. But then Will had the wrong answer. I said, no, Will. No.
I was like, no.
So Will was the first one out. And I felt real bad. I felt so bad for him.
Oh,
but that does confirm that Will is Kathy from BB14. They are, unfortunately. Canonically the same. Canonically the same player. But we get round 2 goes, and then Vince is out. And then all the men are immediately out because there's only 4 of them left and 2 of them are in this competition. And then he's butthurt because he's out second in OTEV. You should have done better. And then in between, Mickey turns to Lauren and goes, "Are you going to use the veto?" And Lauren's like, "Girl, you're asking the superfan to throw OTEV?" And I'm sitting there like, "Girl, you're asking the superfan to throw OTEV?" Be so for real. Anyway, yeah, he's 51, I believe. I think 50, or no, he might be 50 on the dot, I believe.
I'm checking right now. Hold up.
How old was Oh God, how old was Kathy? Oh no, how old was Kathy? Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. Because I don't know
how. Oh no. Anyway. So then everyone goes. And what was the answer? It was Zay and Adrian was the answer.
That was the wrong answer.
It was Zay
and Jimmy.
And Jimmy was the right answer. And everyone loses except for Lauren. And I said, huh? So in 3 rounds of OTEV, Lauren wins. You know what? I'm thrilled that a superfan won OTEV. Mm-hmm. Honestly, thrilled for her. Could not be happier for her. But the drama that this causes, the shenanigans and buffoonery that this causes, because, oh, Jesus Christ. So Rachel doesn't have a renom. She makes it very, very clear, very, very quickly that she does not have a renom. And Morgan, she's preventing Morgan and Mickey from talking to Lauren in any way, shape, or form. But it becomes very, very clear, obviously, that in any case scenario, Lauren is going to use the veto on Vince if she uses the veto. So, she is going back and forth and forth and back and back and forth and forth and back and back and forth and forth and back and back and forth and back and forth and then back again and forth and back on whether she's going to use the veto on Vince. And so she has 5,342 and a half conversations with Rachel about whether she's going to use the veto or not. Because, okay, sure. I understand she has enough respect for Rachel because it's Rachel that she wants to do that. I understand it. Cool, whatever. They go back and forth and forth and back and back and forth and forth and back. And guess what? Forth again about this whole situation. And Rachel gets annoyed that she doesn't tell her in enough time. But then, I do get it from Lauren's perspective because Rachel is kind of like, yeah, do whatever you want. And I can tell that Lauren is a very straightforward person, where she's like, okay, yeah, Rachel said use the veto. Totally. Yeah, of course. Oh, not this. She looks like a 12-year-old. I mean, a little. She's 22, so she does look very youthful. She does look very youthful. Oh, yeah, he's 50. Oh, yes. I love that. Love that. But yes, back and forth and forth and back and forth. And then Rachel just happens to walk in on a conversation with Morgan and Vince where Lauren walks in and is panicking. And it looks like Morgan and Vince are trying to convince her to use the veto. And I'm curious, Brandon, what was your perspective on this? Because for me, I didn't take it that way.
It's weird that you talk about this because like this conversation went down when we did the live episode on Monday.
Yeah.
And we were like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
I was like, when Rachel said real classy guys, I was just like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, girl, what is happening? Like, what?
I mean, the amount of times Rachel will walk into conversation to make sure that Lauren does not use the veto, like to try to deter these conversations. I'm like, good on you, like really good on you. Like that's how you play the game, like, and that's how you wreak havoc in the house. And I mean, you can tell in the edit that, of course, obviously Morgan and Vince were pissed off, and I'd be too. But again, they're not. If they were smart about it, I wish these conversations, like, well, again, you can't control who comes in and out of the house, but again, Rachel was working, so yeah, like you said, Morticia, Rachel was working.
Yeah, Rachel was working the house to make sure that the veto didn't get used, and working hard for her $750,000 that she's going to get, because the first time she only won $500,000. And that's the tea. So then we get into this pre-veto ceremony chaos.
30 minutes before the veto.
Again. What is it with this cast in 30 minutes before the veto? I swear. Like, this is the second time this season alone this has happened, where it's something 30 minutes before the veto. They're doing their makeup. Rachel is already fully ready, of course, because of course she is. As she should be. She is getting ready. And Lauren is getting ready. They're trying to decide. Rachel, she tells Rachel that she is thinking about using the veto. And Rachel says, okay, well, then in that case, I'm going to put Riley up. And Rachel thinks she's bluffing. And I'm like, baby girl, why do you think Rachel Riley is bluffing? In what universe would Rachel Riley be bluffing?
Again, how much of a super fan are you?
Girl.
Oh my God.
I'm just like, girl, in what universe? Like, I don't get it. I really just don't get it. I'm so baffled by it, to be honest with you. Like, I don't know. But you know what she doesn't do? Bluff. So Lauren at the veto meeting decides, yeah, classic BB. I agree. And newbies should take notes. At the veto meeting, Lauren decides to use the power of veto on Vince, which is great for my draft, so I'm okay with it personally. My draft is once again safe, and thank you. So thanks, Lauren. Appreciate you, girl. And Rachel decides to put up Riley in his place, meaning that tomorrow either Mickey, Morgan, or Riley will be evicted from the Big Brother house. And to that I say, fantastic. Thrilled. Beautiful. Lovely.
Yes, ma'am. Again, and that just shows that again, Lauren should have thought about it long enough after Rachel said it. And again, if in what world do you think Rachel Riley would be bluffing? Again, in what fucking world?
I don't get it. I hope we get to see this tomorrow night. I hope this is where we start with Riley's cockiness. That's where I hope we start, is with all of that. Because I mean, he's just getting the golden boy at it, and I don't even know why, because he's not. But yeah.
Now, one thing that kind of shocked me during this veto meeting was the fact that Kelly was actually shocked.
Girl, Kelly's been non-fucking existent, so she should be lucky to be in the edit period.
Exactly.
Like, girl, be so for real.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, girl. Who are you anymore? Why are you still here?
Like, who are you?
I mean, I kind of wish she had gone home already, but whatever. It's fine.
Majority of these house guests, especially with this episode, be like, I don't know her.
Literally. I'm like, girl, I don't know you, but whatever. But yeah, that is a lot of the episode. We're going to briefly touch on live feed stuff real quick. So if you do not want any live feed spoilers, then thank you very much for joining us. Make sure to join us tomorrow, right after the live eviction. I will be here hosting our live eviction recap. So thanks. Otherwise, we'll be talking about live feeds here real quick. So everyone was pissed after the veto meeting, basically. Everyone's pissed. Everyone's in turmoil. And yeah, that's kind of where things have been for the last couple of days. But we have a new alliance that is formed as of yesterday, called the Judges, which I am a fan of. So we have the Judges, which is made up, or actually we have technically, I think, 2 new alliances. Is it 2 or is it? Yeah, it's 2, technically. Or the attempt of 2 alliances.
Yeah, the attempt of 2, but the main of 1. So
yeah, so the new actual alliance is the Judges. And that is Ashley, Will, Rachel, Morgan, and Vince, which I think is certainly an interesting alliance. Yes. You know, I hope this alliance lasts. The one thing that I'm seeing that worries me just a tad, and I know that they are talking about keeping Riley complacent, but the thing that is worrying me a little bit is that Vince has promised his vote to Riley for the eviction tomorrow, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. I don't know if that's just him promising his vote to Riley, or if that's him intending to vote out Mickey. In all cases, because this was also this alliance was formed as a part of this Mickey exposed party that kind of went on. A lot of the last couple of days on feeds and in the house has been a lot of everybody realizing, oh, Mickey has kind of been controlling the social game for the last couple of days. Ashley finally figured it out. Will finally figured it out. Morgan finally figured it out. So thankfully, everyone's finally figured it out. And so, you know, as a result, they've all come together and created this lovely new alliance group together, which is lovely, wonderful, fantastic, and great, which we love. So, and it's, the name is because of all of the, well, they were going to be the jury because of all the talk about getting people to jury, but then it was decided that they're going to be the judges of who gets to jury and who doesn't.
Which I love.
I do kind of love it too.
At first, like when I first heard the name, I was confused. I was just like, the judges. I was like, is this because Ashley's a lawyer and knows how to like? No,
because no one knows about that.
Oh, good. Still, okay. That's a good thing. Then.
Well, the house guests that are not in the house do, but the ones that are in.
I just find it funny how this is finally the culmination of like everything, because now, since obviously Mickey and Morgan were so close, now it's like, what is happening here?
Yeah,
because considering that it is Ashley, Will, Vince, Rachel, and Morgan, which. Like we've had like the Ashley, Will, and Rachel of it all, and then now that Vince and Morgan are now in this, like,
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. Like, will Morgan be back on everyone's good side?
Maybe, I don't know. It feels just kind of like it's a weird mishmash of people. It's a very strange alliance, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Like I feel like this is just to try to get Mickey out in a way.
Mickey or Riley is the intended target this week. That is the plan as of right now. The current plan is to get Riley out. That is what the judge's current plan is because of his reaction to what went on after the veto meeting. So the plan is just to take out Riley this week, break up the showmance, even though Rachel said that she didn't want to break up the showmance, but that is now the new plan of attack. The new plan of action is to just take out Riley. Because he's been causing too much hassle. But obviously, if Riley wins the blockbuster, then the plan is to take out Mickey. Now, there is also this additional alliance that is trying to be formed, but a bunch of people have clocked their T on it. And it is the three kind of guys remaining in the house. And that being Keanu, Riley, and Vince have tried to start something as well. They are looking at doing something as well with a similar format to the Cookout, but not as good. Oh. They literally want to take the Cookout format and literally +1 themselves to the end. So it would be Keanu and Rachel, Vince and Kat, and Riley and Kat, Vince and Lauren.
Okay. I mean, if they try to if they clock the T that immediately, I was like, okay, yeah, that's not going to work at all. Like,
yeah,
because obviously with the Cookout, no one's going to top that, and like.
Yeah, they're going more for like the structure of it than anything. And then there's also this like other side of the house now that's literally all of the White House guests except for Rachel. And now like Ava has kind of joined that side as well. And I'm like, oh, Ava. Well, because Ava has now decided that Riley is like literally God's child.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't get it. I think it's stupid.
I feel like it's just like within the optics of the week, and of course at the same time
I think she's like fully shifted.
Oh no.
Like I think we've lost Ava. I'm really disappointed in Ava. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, we'll see how the next couple of days play out, but like,
Hopefully.
I actually think, yeah,
yeah,
I'm worried. But
oh yeah, something we did not bring up, and it's kind of confirmed after the fact that it's the start of jury might be after this eviction.
Oh yes, because it will be down to 11, so it's either after this one, or it's because we've been doing 7-person juries for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
No, because like because the man said it in the diary room, like if he gets evicted, he won't be able to see his girl for the rest of the summer, which I'm like, that actually means, I'm like, oh,
well, that just means she'll probably make it past the next couple of evictions. So like, who knows? That's not like a full confirmation.
mm-hmm. True, yes, but
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, okay. Now again, nothing's confirmed. Again, everything's alleged. So, but at the same time, it's like it's reading that right now. I'm like,
I would love to go back to a 9-person jury, to be honest with you.
same. So
I would love to go back, especially with this cast. I would love to go back to a 9-person jury.
Mm-hmm.
With Riley as the last juror, that sounds glorious to me.
As the last non-juror.
As the last non-juror, that sounds glorious to me. So, yeah, that sounds like a great time.
Yeah, so I was looking at it. So yesterday, so they or I think early this morning, so I follow Big Brother Network for all of my quote unquote updates.
Love it.
They did put the scenarios as if who would be the final noms, and at first, it's like it didn't seem to look like Riley's going to get evicted at all. However, again, the plans have changed supposedly.
Yes.
So in this article I'm looking at, if Mickey wins the BB Blockbuster, it's looking like it's 3 votes to evict Riley and 6 votes to evict Morgan. That was scenario 1.
Who are these votes?
So it'd be Ashley, Will, and Vince to evict Riley, and then Ava, Kat, Lauren, Mickey, Keanu, and Kelly to evict Morgan.
Oh.
So that's scenario 1. Scenario 2, if Morgan wins the BB Blockbuster, Morgan, Ashley, Will, and Vince would evict Riley. Kat, Lauren, Ava, Keanu, and Kelly would evict Mickey. So that'd be the closer vote of 5-4. And then if Riley won the BB Blockbuster, votes to evict Morgan, Ava, Kelly, and Keanu. And then votes to evict Mickey, Will, Ashley, Vince, Riley, Kat, and Will. Again, that was early this morning. Now, again, I have no idea how plans have changed. If the focus is still on Riley, which I hope it is.
Yeah. What was that? Okay, the first scenario again was if Morgan won the Blockbuster?
If Mickey won the Blockbuster.
If Mickey won. Okay. And in that scenario, Morgan gets evicted, you said?
Yes. Which is interesting. I'm just like, that can't
that doesn't feel correct to me, to be honest with you.
But it doesn't feel correct. But that was like early culminations of it. But in my opinion, like it should be the other way around with these votes.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too, to be honest. But also, I'm not that caught up on feeds either, so I very well could be missing something that's going on in the house, and I'm just going to be 100% honest with y'all on that one.
Yes.
So
I'm saying stay with me.
But yes, so I think that's where we're going to leave off for today. A cute little just under an hour for you all, but thank you all for joining us for this lovely BB recap. I will be back tomorrow to host our live eviction recap just after the episode airs, so make sure to check it out. Link for that will be available on the channel, so make sure to subscribe, like, and share, and it will be available on our Twitter as well, so make sure to follow us at the Cup Pod for that. Otherwise, go get your merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. And from way, 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 way outside the Big Brother house, we've been the Cup. Love only yourself, nobody else. And have a horrible, lovely, wonderful night. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.